Hey guys, I was just sitting over here and today I actually went and I bought black henna from the store, and I decided that I wanted to discover a different part of me, discover a new part of me, and figure out new habits that I like or new hobbies that I like because for the longest I've been, digging deep, trying to discover who I am with God and everything. And I've been doing that for 3 years, and I completely denied everything and just made knowing God my hobby, knowing God my habit, right? And so God reminded me that, now you're at a different rank. Like, now you're at a higher level to where I can trust you more. Now you're at a higher level to where you know what I require of you. And now you're at a higher level where you're disciplined enough to fast when I tell you to pray at all times. And now you understand how this works. I want you to go back out into society. Because I've been in isolation for such a long time. And he's like, I want you to go back out into society. I want you to figure yourself out. Find what the new version of you likes. New habits, new hobbies, new people that you enjoy hanging out with, new topics you like talking about, new things you'd like to discover. So personally for me, I've been so into these top 5 things. So I've been so into psychology and how the mind works. That's number 1. Number 2, I've really been wanting to get into embroidery. Number 3, I've been really wanting to get into oil painting. And then number 4, I've been really wanting to get into henna. And then number 5, I've been really wanting to learn how to do my own hair and my own nails. And so today I bought henna and I, practiced a little bit on some paper. Then I decided to practice on my own hand. And let me just say, for my first time ever doing henna, this is absolutely amazing. It looks so great. I'm probably going to put a picture of it in the thumbnail because it looks so good. But I don't say all that to tell you all my hobbies that I'm starting. But I say all that to say, take some time and figure yourself out. And of course, this isn't something that's going to happen right away. This isn't something you're just gonna have to figure out in one day. It's a day-by-day process, and it shouldn't be rushed. It shouldn't feel like a burden. Just repent and let your mind be retaught, and open your heart to new things, and find different areas of yourself that for so long you didn't feel like you were allowed to express, and express those parts of yourself no matter what anyone says. As long as they're good, figure things out and try to understand what you like. I've always liked the way henna looked, but I'm like, oh, that's not the culture I'm part of. I can't do this, I can't do that, but I can do it, right? And I think that finding these little hobbies, not only can you monetize off of it and, make a side hustle off of it and earn extra money and get to do other things like that, but you can also find really crazy opportunities and meet completely different people you've never met before. And it's just a really, really good thing. It's just good to figure out different skills and different talents that you have, and you'd be surprised with what God has blessed you with. Our hands are truly amazing because God has gave us power to do all these different things. But if you don't go searching and experimenting to see what you can do, you'll never really know what you can do. And I think it's so amazing. The little hidden talents that we have. I never knew that I can do this, but it looks so beautiful and it's my first try. And I'm just saying, you never know what you're good at. You never know what you love until you just try it out. I was just recently thinking about henna, and then I tried it out and it looks absolutely amazing. And I'm so proud of how it turned out, but I would have never known that I could do this if I never just tried, if I never just did it, right? And sometimes we'll get things on the first try. Sometimes, things will come to us right away, and sometimes they won't. But don't be discouraged by things not turning out the way you expect them to turn out. Everything is a process, and when we learn to have fun with things, then we make it a little easier. Honestly, life is what you make it. I said that in another video, and I truly mean it. When you see life as a burden, when you see, doing new things and trying new things as something that you have to do, it makes it less fun. It's something that you want to do. It's something that you're trying to do, right? And you don't have to be perfect at it. You don't have to be amazing, but it is your responsibility to know yourself, and not just for this generation of people, not just for yourself, but also for the generations to come. Like, do these things with the intent of teaching your kids this and having your kids teach their kids. And, being, it would be so, I noticed, okay, let me tell you something. I noticed with my parents, like, as I was growing up, they did all these little things. They took us to carnivals, they took us to festivals, they took us to the park. They did all these little things to try to get us to be active, and try to get us to have new hobbies, right? But none of these hobbies that they tried to get us to do, they never actually did those hobbies on their own. They had to just think of things that they think kids would like and just test it out on us and see if we would like it or not. Imagine if they took the time to develop hobbies of their own and do other things like that. They can pass it on to us. Like, I know my aunt, she has this hobby where she loved to crochet. So when I was only like 9 years old, I would sit with her every Saturday and we would crochet things together. And I was a mastermind at crocheting. I recently stopped, but I need to get back into it. And because I've done it, I practice so much. Like, I have no doubt that I'll get into it swiftly. But she passed that on to me, and she crocheted me a hat, mitts, gloves, and it personalizes everything. And like I said before, almost any hobby that you have, you can monetize off of it, which means you can make money off of it. Now, be careful with that, because you don't want to make every single thing you like to do. You don't want to monetize every single thing you like to do, because then nothing becomes fun and everything becomes a cash cow for you. But it's really nice to learn little things like this. Like, how fun would it be if I had kids and I was like, come on guys, we're gonna have like, a fun little day. And then we did some crocheting, we did some painting, then I did henna on them. Like, it just makes for like the better experience, and it just makes life so much more fun. So I say all this to say, invest in yourself. If you've always been, intrigued by space and how the solar system is, buy books about it, invest in yourself, invest in courses to learn about it. That doesn't have to be your profession, but that's those little connections that we build that really make us who we are. And it's those little connections that we build that can really help us connect with people from the whole other side of the earth. It's the little things that we do and the little things that we take time to do that matter. And so continue to be curious, that childlike spirit. As children, we were so curious. I know me, I always ask questions. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, continue to be curious. I think that's the best thing that God gave us as children, is the curiosity. And I know some people say curiosity kills, but it really just depends how deep you're willing to go with that curiosity. But don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to explore new things. Like, you never know what you'll find out about yourself unless you actually just make that first step and actually try. You can do it.